and take it, and they're taking all the time in the world as though they were 4 up. Now they're 1 up. The noise is deafening. That was Crawford scoring his 39th goal of the season.
BBC cameras were at Portman Road in 1962 when Ipswich Town won the First Division Championship at the first attempt under Alf Ramsey. It was the start of a new era for televised football.
The match of the day today is between two teams that are looking for promotion to the First Division. Ipswich Town at home to Birmingham City. Ipswich 5th in the league table against Birmingham City, who are 3rd, 3 points above them.
1968 and Ipswich were back in the Second Division chasing promotion under Bill McGarry. Number 5, Billy Baxter, was a survivor of the Ramsey era. Number 4, Colin Viljoen, would be part of the Robson years to come. But it was Ron Wigg who starred in front of the cameras.
5 minutes in the second half gone. A Wiley for Birmingham. Birmingham beginning to assert themselves again. And again, Birmingham got no cover at the back if one man's beaten, and this is going to be dangerous. It's Wigg. And there it is. Hockey. Oh, what a great goal! Bowden. Jeff Bowden just taking a chance on that. Baxter up for it. He won it too to Wigg.
That victory helped Ipswich towards the Second Division Championship, but the following November, Bill McGarry left to manage Wolves, and the Ipswich board had to find a successor. The man they chose was to guide the club through a generation of startling achievement. But when Bobby Robson arrived at Portman Road, 1 month short of his 36th birthday, he'd recently been sacked by Fulham. The early days were turbulent. Some older players resented him as he strove to keep the club in the First Division. But younger ones, like Mick Mills, his future captain, sensed they were destined for bigger things. Ambitious and articulate, a brilliant coach, Robson took 3 years to gather the staff he wanted. When his team matured off the back of a careful youth policy, Ipswich Town were poised not just to rub shoulders with the best, but to beat them.
This is Morris taking his time. Now a chance for Ipswich. Hill. Yes. And 22 minutes gone. Perhaps the referee was as responsible as anyone for that goal, but Hill is the scorer.
The great Gordon Banks was in goal when the cameras came to Portman Road in the early 70s.
It's Morris's header. Collard up with Mahoney. Morris again. This is Hamilton. Belfit chasing. Oh, a chance for Belfit. Belfit shielding the ball from Bloor and finding Mills. Hamilton. Belfit! Oh, what a good goal!
Those goals earned Rod Belfit a move to Everton. His replacement in an exchange deal was David Johnson.
Now it's Viljoen to Johnson. He's got Weimark to his left and 2 defenders to beat. Nice play, Weimark! What a good goal, and Johnson fashioned it.
The Johnson-Weimark partnership propelled Ipswich up the First Division table. By the time Manchester United came to Portman Road the following February, 32,000 were inside the ground.
Johnson, Lambert, hooked away, Hamilton! Hamilton got it! scored his first league goal of the season. So Mick Mill to take the free kick for Ipswich, with plenty to aim at. It's Hamilton. It's there! Brian Hamilton struck in goal. Keeley. Side. McDougall making a run. Beattie saw it. Still loose. McCarry. Good goal. Wymark jumping. It's coming out. Oh, a handball by Buchan on the line. Bill Jones header, and Buchan could do nothing else. He had to do it. Bill Jones' header was bound for the back of the net. Stepney's got to earn his money now. Colin Bill Jones, the man his colleagues call ace. Left us in no doubt about that one.
Ipswich finished fourth. The following season they beat Manchester United again, this time in the FA Cup at Old Trafford.
No, it's Kevin Beattie, number 6. Kevin Beattie putting Ipswich ahead. 1-0 to Ipswich.
The prodigious Beattie was part of a developing side whose cup run ended at Anfield.
Waiting for the support, and there it is, Brian Hall. Callaghan. Callaghan streaking for the middle. Looking for Hall, it's a good one! Hall's shot, it's there! Off the post. Beautiful play. Free kick to Liverpool, Tommy Smith. Osman spun away from his foot. Waddle. Talbot going with him. It's come through. It's come right through. Keegan. There it is. He was a bit lucky to get it.
Visits to big grounds no longer unnerved Ipswich. In the league, they were fourth again.
There's Beale. Now Morris. Looking for Hamilton on the far post, who got there. Wymark going in! Oh, fine goal! Wymark the scorer as Ipswich take the lead. Wants to use the long throw. Peters on the near post, moving towards him now. England arrives. Perryman's header, England, McGruff. Here comes Pratt. Good goal.
In a season when they also established a European footprint, reaching the quarter-finals of the UEFA Cup, Ipswich did not fear the likes of Liverpool.
Johnson, well played, Woods to Johnson. Awkward, Wymark. A superb goal. The ball given to Johnson, floated across, and Wymark, with his third chance of the match, really knocked that in the corner where even Clements couldn't get. 1-0 after 25 minutes. It's Tommy Smith with the kick. Pull back for Hughes. What a goal! They do not come better.
The following season, 1974-75, was a memorable one in league and cup.
Lambert again. And what about that? Yes. Lambert, who made the run into the box. Noble and Nulty there. The challenge a little bit mistimed, and the referee having no doubts. And it's Brian Talbot is going to take it. Scored 3 goals last season, having come into the team against Burnley in February. And there's a man behind me with the right time ticket, and he couldn't watch it. He checked the time as the player ran up to take the kick, closed his eyes, woke up to find it in the back of the net. A well-driven penalty without any question, and a very delighted spectator behind me. Brilliant. Lambert. Hamilton. Wymark.
Robson's players were now attracting international attention. Wymark, Johnson, Beattie, Mills, Talbot and Viljoen all played for England. Brian Hamilton for Northern Ireland.
And Beattie is there with Johnson. And it was knocked in by Hamilton. Good play between Marsh and Bell. Here's Henson. Bell moving to the far post. He's run an awful long way. Well, he started that and he finished it, and there's no doubt about that one.
But there was no stopping Bobby Robson's team now.
Johnson needs help. Talbot. Yes! And Johnson getting behind Hughes was able to find it to Talbot, who ran an awful long way. And look at the difference now in the expressions.
But there were some serious expressions on Ipswich faces when they stepped out at Villa Park for the club's first ever FA Cup semi-final. After winning a 4-match saga against Leeds in the 6th round, Town now faced West Ham. It was a great day out for the mass ranks from Suffolk. There were many more to come. Ipswich are in yellow shirts.
He tried to jump at his man then. Well up by Viljoen. And Beattie getting better all the time, as that showed. Talbot in the middle. Woods really has got to play this ball a bit earlier, but in comes Lambert. Osborne. He's playing up front, and here's Lambert. Have a go. And he wasn't very far away. Viljoen. No foul. Here's Brooking. But the final whistle, almost drowned by the crowd, has gone. Two teams and two sets of supporters keep their Wembley hopes for a little bit longer. A match in which so many people were doubtful before it because of injury, in the end rather killed by an injury to Kevin Beattie. It started so well, it promised so much, but in the end wasn't quite the game that these two teams could have made it. They'll have to try again at Stamford Bridge on Wednesday.
But in the replay, two controversial decisions by referee Clive Thomas, both against Brian Hamilton, whose effort here was disallowed for an offside, further hampered an Ipswich team without the injured Alan Hunter. No sooner had their delight turned to dismay there than West Ham took the lead. A cross by Trevor Brooking, a header by Alan Taylor. One bit of luck, though, did go Ipswich's way. Just before half-time, Mick Lambert's corner was sliced into his own net by Billy Jennings, making it 1-1 at half-time. But in the second half, West Ham booked their Wembley ticket when 17-year-old John Walk's headed clearance was dispatched by Taylor past Laurie Civil. Heartbreak for Ipswich, whose season ended with a rematch against the Hammers.
Ipswich greeted with tremendous applause. A tribute by the supporters to their team, who in spite of not having a trophy on the mantelpiece have had a tremendous season. And the team in turn thanking their supporters for all the help that they've given during the course of the season. And really, those supporters have come alive this season. Ipswich have come so near and yet so far. Playing this afternoon the team which beat them in the FA Cup, so close to the league title, knocked out of the UEFA Cup by a team that's gone through to the final of that competition. John Lyall just 7 days away from taking his team to Wembley. The last time they were there in 1964 was the year in which John had to give up his playing career because of injury. And he really has achieved something which most managers strive for a lifetime in his first full season in the job. Talbot. hit hard and true. And there's a very disappointed Mervyn Day. Nice stop from Holland. Brooking. Beatty. And Holland scores. Mills, West Ham moving out. Woods. Belgium wants it early, got it early. 4 to pull back to. Weimar. Hamilton. Holland. Beatty. Look at the power, look at the power! What a goal! What a goal! Oh, what a brilliant end to the season for Ipswich! Superb stop from a young man who's found his way in the England team this season. Hunter! Yes! The sting in the tail with a vengeance.
Well, quite a finish to the season for Ipswich Town, ending on a really high note with a performance that indicates the best is still to come from that young team. The loyal Ipswich fans stayed on to cheer for their team and manager Bobby Robson long after the final whistle, and when all the celebrations died away, Barry Davies asked Bobby Robson whether today's result hadn't made him think about what might have been in the Cup semi-final with West Ham.
Well, I wish we had saved one of the goals we scored today for the first match of the semi-final at Villa Park, that's true. It was ironical, isn't it? But there it is. We couldn't get a goal that day. They did defend, of course, they're at Wembley, we're not.
It's been very much a question of if only for you, hasn't it?
We've achieved so much. We've had successes and failures. We've had sweet and sour, haven't we? We've had joy and we've had despair. But if we are patient and we work again next year and graft, perhaps it will come our way.
One thing you definitely have found this season is a crowd.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. This is the finest support in the history of the club. We've never had scenes like we've had latterly at Portman Road ever. And I would think really that if the team can keep going, that it must be the final piece in the jigsaw in terms of the club becoming good.
Do you think all the pieces in the jigsaw could be there now, do you?
Well, I think the crowd will be here if we can supply the material. You know, we've got some good young players. They should only really get better if they work at it. And I really think that we could be, over the next 5 years, a pretty good side.
Masterly understatement from the manager.
Hamilton now. Mills just behind him. Still Hamilton, though. It's a fine run, this, and a fine goal, too. Ryan Hamilton, the scorer. There's Doyle, and goal!
Turner's Weimar, 5 Hunter. Penalty! Well, they brought all the big men up, but the corner was hit low. Hunter, Carradus, Hamilton, neatly. Oh yes, that was off the meat all right. Weimar the scorer, Hamilton with the cross. Mutual congratulations. Mills, Woods, Hamilton, lovely goal, lovely goal.
Still the pattern in the second half like the first. No clear-cut chances. Weimark's header this time. And his turn in two. It's going to Lambert! Beautifully taken by Mickey Lambert. This is Mills. Waymark had pulled out for it. That was Padelti! A lovely goal by John Padelti. That's not a bad cross by him, and Mackenzie has scored off the post.
Bernie square of him, so is Austin. Coleman. Lost control of it. Here's Austin. Lambert! And Mick Lambert, the goal scorer. Dervishley. Haddon. Not prepared to have a go with the right. The flag is up, and a spot kick it is. Might have thought for a moment of having a shot with his right. Turned the other way. And a chance for Tommy Taylor to make it 1-1 after Paddon had been brought down. And one apiece it is. And the very relieved Upton Park. Referee looking in on it. Day's punch only to Lambert. Beattie. And turned past Day, who had absolutely no chance.
Ipswich again finished in the top 6. The following season, they were up to 3rd again.
Birchin. Is looking into the sun as the ball comes across. Weimark going with Doyle. And here's Weimark. And puts it in. Corrigan disappointed.
Now Weimark gained a new striking partner. Paul Mariner came from Plymouth, one of Bobby Robson's best ever buys.
Mariner's up! But Mariner may get a flick here, and Woods is completely free on the left. Walk is coming hard inside, Mariner is on the far post, it's going to come to Talbot for the shot, and it's a beauty!
One of Town's most complete performances on Match of the Day came at Highbury. The cameras exposed the demolition of Arsenal.
Stapleton caught in possession, here's Weimark, it might be on for Talbot. It was. Nobody on the Ipswich side deserves to score more than Brian Talbot. There's a commitment and an urgency about Ipswich now which reflects the position they find themselves in. 2 valuable points there for the taking with the game balanced as it is at the moment. And there goes Birchin onto the flick from Mariner. And that could sew it up. And Birchin, who won't ever forget his first match on this ground last season, scores at Highbury again. And you can almost see the confidence draining out of Arsenal and being pumped into Ipswich. Here's Talbot. Oh, penalty, is it? Yes, had to be. Brought down by Young. And it now looks as if it might become a question of how many Ipswich score. Brian Talbot having a marvellous match, taking on his man inside the area. A blatant trip, and the referee making the simple and correct decision. John Walk is the new Ipswich penalty taker. And he shows how they should be taken. Oh, Brady did well there. Very well. Went down. Osborne was the player who impeded him. And a penalty has been given. Not quite so clear-cut as the Ipswich one, I might say, because Brady seemed to delay the action as he went over Osborne's foot. Fell somewhat apologetically, but if there was contact and the referee says there was, then a penalty it is. So, some salvation perhaps for Arsenal and Malcolm McDonald. Woods is saying which side it's going to go. McDonald just hammered it in. At least there's one defiant gesture from Arsenal on the afternoon. That was McDonald's 23rd goal of the season for Arsenal. But here's Birchin for Ipswich. Oh, what a mistake! Mariner!
The 1977 championship race was hotting up when Ipswich went to Carrow Road for an East Anglian derby at Easter.
Beattie is at the far post, good header by him, and Wymark was there!
Ipswich were third again, but the following season was a momentous one in the club's history. It started as it would finish, with victory over Arsenal.
On by Geddes, and here's Mariner. Oh, good save, but Geddes may score!
In the FA Cup, Ipswich beat Cardiff, Hartlepool and Bristol Rovers to reach the 6th round. Their opponents were Millwall at the Den, Ipswich in white.
Talbot now finding Burley. Burley tries a shot. Oh, it's gone in! George Burley, the scorer. From way out, he caught the goalkeeper by surprise. And Ipswich are in front after 10 minutes. Here's Burley, the scorer. Inside for Osborne. That's a nice ball. It's going to come to Mariner off the line. And Mariner! Well, he scored in the end. But Millwall should have had it away. Mariner makes it 2-0. Oh, Mariner round Kitchener nicely. Here's Turner. Mariner! 3-0. And surely now it's all over. Paul Mariner gets his second goal of the match. Afraid George Petrie, the Millwall manager, will be disappointed. His team have looked outclassed at times. Here's Hamilton. That's a chance here for Barry Kitchener if he can get to it. He couldn't, but Nemeth did. The substitute gets one back. So Mills with the kick for Ipswich, looks for Mariner again, and finds him. Here comes John Walk. Oh, that's a cracker. That's the best goal of the match. And the scorer is John Walk. Mills. Turner up, Talbot got away in there, and Talbot has scored. He made it look very easy. Almost lazily swung the left foot. Lambert's made the run, and again the defence is wide open. Lambert's cross, Mariner! Oh! It's 6! And Mariner's hat-trick.
The semi-final against West Bromwich Albion was at Highbury. What a day it proved to be for Ipswich.
And it's Mills with the kick. Mariner with freedom. I think he was a bit surprised. Woods. Mills breaking, unmarked. Number 4 was the scorer, Brian Talbot. Cyril Lee treating one of the Ipswich players who got a knock, and it's Talbot who got the knock as he went in to head the ball in, probably. And the other player being treated for West Brom. So it'd be Lambert with his corner. Right through to Regis, and Regis couldn't cut it. Mills scored. Mills, the captain. Back in the danger area. And a penalty given. Pushing. To be taken by Tony Brown. He's scored 8 already this season, but this the most important of the lot. 2-1. Woods with the corner. 3-1, John Walk.
These players made Ipswich Town history. Paul Cooper in goal. George Burley, the Scottish international, at right back. Captain Mick Mills with his record 741 appearances. Roger Osborne, his great moment just ahead of him. Alan Hunter, a great character and competitor. Kevin Beattie, will they see his like again? Brian Talbot, who never stopped running in midfield. John Walk, who had 3 spells with the club. Paul Mariner, at the time the best centre-forward in England. David Geddes, who replaced the injured Waymark at Wembley. Clive Woods, tricky and unpredictable on the wing. And Mick Lambert, substitute at Wembley in his testimonial year. Wembley on May the 6th, 1978, gave Ipswich Town's fans, manager and players the memory of a lifetime.
Played short, played Nelson into trouble as is Geddes. Young just missed again. And Clive Woods. Good ball, Osborne, Mariner, hit the bar, and the goal was gaping. This is Mick Mills, the Ipswich captain. Walk, seen much of him so far. Number 10, Geddes, only 19. A tremendous try by the youngster. Past O'Leary, this is Mariner, no foul given. He's beaten Young. Walk, and Mariner wide. Ipswich hit the post, and then so wide. Kicks left-footed, throws left-handed. Young. It's Talbot to Woods. Laid on for Walk. Incredible! He's done it twice! Nothing Woods likes better than have the ball delivered to his feet. And once again, the ammunition provided. And right there, with a brilliant save was Jennings, and Burley came from the back and was not spotted. Burley. Geddes. Taking on the defender and winning. Osborne, 1-0. The celebration's justified. Geddes beat the defender on the outside. Woody Young couldn't do anything else with it except to turn it back. And Osborne, this member of a family of 12 who've come in a special bus to watch the match, puts it away. Osborne, one of the unsung midfield heroes in football, one of the workmen of the game, puts his name on the Wembley score sheet, and Ipswich go in front with 13 minutes left. Roger Osborne, the scorer. And one of the Ipswich players in trouble, and it looks to me like Osborne. So in the very moment of glory for him, Roger Osborne, the goal scorer, leaves the field. Mick Lambert comes on to play. Sunderland, MacDonald on the left foot. You can't discount MacDonald even yet. Derek Nepal's got 2 watches out there. They say time, and Ipswich win the cup for the first time in their history. A moment to treasure for Bobby Robson and the East Anglian fans, and they thoroughly deserve it. This a club, of course, where winning is important, but losing has never been the signal to sack the manager and change everything. Mick Mills, the captain of Ipswich. The blue and white ribbons decorate the cup. The blue and white of Ipswich on the trophy for the first time, and they become the 40th side to win the cup. 40th different side. Behind him, Clive Woods, such a contributor to the win. Then Kevin Beattie, no sign of injury at all, who hasn't played since the semi-final. Paul Cooper, so commanding in goal. Young George Burley, stylish at fullback. Paul Mariner, grafting away up front. John Walker in the midfield. Brian Talbot, the real powerhouse. Lambert, the substitute. David Geddes, who produced the winning cross. The goal scorer, Roger Osborne, one of a family of 12. And Alan Hunter in his usual place at the back, who is so doubtful about playing. Bobby Robson quietly leaving the arena. And meanwhile, the goal scorer, Roger Osborne, has the cup. Fully recovered from the knock. And it's so nice when one of the lesser-known players, one of the workmen of the team, of any team, the midfield straight man, gets a goal in this situation and really emphasises his importance to a team.
And epitomised the family spirit that had brought the club their finest moment. For every supporter, including the brothers John and Patrick Cobbold, whose father brought professional football to Ipswich and who were both chairman of the club, that was a day to remember. The following season, there were plenty more.
It's ballooned high, and Beattie got to it, and Gates! At last they've opened for him. He's been knocking on them for so long, and finally he's got it in. As Mills takes this free kick, we move into the last quarter of an hour of the match. Mariner still full of go, wants it. And it runs to Talbot, who hit the post and it went in. Hit both posts, in fact. He really thundered that. Hit the inside of one post, the inside of the far post, and was in. Here's Kidd. And having said that, it's been an end-to-end match. And that's a fine effort and a brilliant goal by Asa Hartford. Beautifully done.
The scene at Portman Road shifted somewhat after the cup final. Alan Hunter appeared only rarely. Roger Osborne and Mick Lambert left the stage. New names appeared on the team sheet. Russell Osman and Terry Butcher formed a new defensive backbone. Eric Gates was busy and brave in attack. And the arrival of number 8 Arnold Muren was, as we shall see, of profound significance. Number 4 Brian Talbot played his last game for Ipswich at home to Chelsea.
Well, that was very well taken indeed, and he came in there. Osman came in there completely by surprise. Muren, Woods got in the way. Muren again. Oh, it's got in. Well, Muren will get the credit, I suppose, but there was a deflection off a defender there. Ipswich running the midfield at the moment. It's Walk again. Oh, he's looking for Woods on the far side. Billy. Up they go again. It's going to come to Walk. Oh, I say a beauty. John Walk cracked it home. Here's Mariner for Ipswich. Gates. Woods let it run. It was nicely done to Muren, and it's gone in again. Arnold Muren gets his second, and it's 4-0, and poor John Phillips looks back on a shot which seemed to go inside the near post. Oh, what a poor throw, and that's put Aylott in possession, and there goes Tommy Langley, and he's made keeper pay for that. There's Walk. Burley. This is Woods. Straight down to Mariner. Oh! Mariner makes it look so simple.
Mariner's new partner in attack was the exciting Alan Brazil.
Mariner's got options to his right, Burley again. Brazil. It's Gates. That's a superb goal by Eric Gates. A lovely strike after 12 minutes, and Ipswich deserved their lead. Brazil. Burley. This is good build-up again. Ipswich are playing some crisp football. Brazil's in there once more. It's John Walk. Brazil. Fine run. Brilliant run by Brazil. And Brazil makes it 3. A glorious goal.
At the start of the 80s, the Match of the Day cameras came up with something unusual at Portman Road, or rather, Paul Cooper did.
Trish and McFarlane, Bailey and Beattie together, and it almost fell, and the referee has pointed at the penalty spot. Well, Beattie shakes his head. Beattie and Bailey went together. The ball seemed to hit Beattie, I thought, on the seat of his pants. Came out to Bailey, who put a foot in, and the referee saw an infringement which he felt justified the penalty. It will be Barry Powell in the end to take the kick. Cooper poised on his line. He's had a very good record this season of saving penalties. And leading to his left, and goes and saves it again. And again he gets the applause for a brilliant penalty save, and is entitled to his smile. Hurst, Osman across, and flag for handball, and the penalty will be given. It's already been put on the spot. There was certainly a moment then when a hand went on the ball, and it belonged to Russell Osman, and Derby have a second chance on the penalty spot, and this time Jerry Daly is going to take it. Oh, he's done it again! The hero takes his applause. Up comes Langan. And there's McFarlane. And it's in. McFarlane and Swindlehurst together. Swindlehurst got the touch just ahead of the skipper. And Paul Cooper is beaten at last. Mills. And Gates. And beautifully put away. What a fine goal. Or to be more accurate, what a fine piece of finishing.
The next season, 1980-81, was historic. For Ipswich and the rampant John Walk, it began at Leicester.
Turned it in beautifully. Oh, John Walk! John Walk got his head to it and puts Ipswich in front.
Ipswich, unbeaten in their first 14 games, set a furious pace in the title race.
Mariner, Burley, Gates, still in play, Brazil, 1-0, and they've got in front after being in defence for most of the match. Tyson's persistence played, he's found Murin, now Gates, Mariner to number 4, Tyson. He carved his way through, but it was tucked away by Mariner. Well, that was quite remarkable.
Franz Tyson, who'd followed Arnold Muren from Holland, was now a key component in the Ipswich makeup.
Away by Johnson, only as far as Tyson! Oh, it's there! Simmers. Cohen. Dalglish. Oh, the linesman's flagged for a foul by Tyson, and the referee has given a penalty. Now, Tyson, the man who scored the goal, has been penalised, and a penalty has been given to Liverpool for the tackle on Dalglish. Oh, he went the right way, but it's still gone in.
Scott seemingly struggling a bit then. And here's Mills. Osborne behind him. It's a bit short, but Osborne gets it over. And up comes McCall. And here's Gates. And makes it pay. And now Brazil for Ipswich. Only Mariner forwards. Oh, and turned in by Tommy Williams. Rushing back, aware that Mariner was behind him. On by Mariner, and Davray puts it away cleanly. What a really fine strike that gave Mark Wellington no chance at all.
Bobby Robson's team were chasing 3 trophies. In the FA Cup third round, they met championship rivals Aston Villa.
Well, you can feel the tension, but you can see the quality of football. Again, the wind helped a bit then. There's Brazil. There's Mariner! Well deserved on the balance of play.
The treble seemed a realistic target. With only 10 league games to go, Ipswich had been beaten only twice and were championship favourites.
Clearance by Osman, but here's Parkin now for Wolves. And Gray, and it's there! Well, a super goal. The 7th of the season for Andy Gray. Likes to switch the play. Butcher. Mariner got his head to it. McCall's ball. Here's Walk! It's there! Good play. Queuing up for the header, and it's there. It's Gates who gets it. And now Wolves with Richards. A right foot shot chance. He just missed it, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Well, certainly Richards lost his footing. The referee obviously clear in his mind that Beattie caught his foot. Now Cooper has had a remarkable record against penalty takers. Here's Richards, and he's saved it again, and Richards has put it over. Well, that is remarkable. And the Ipswich players going to congratulate their goalkeeper. Good encouragement from Bobby Robson. So McCall, Walk and Muren all there. Walk to take it, to try and set up Muren. Nice ploy. And it's there. And it's Beattie.
It's the league championship you've always been after, really, though, isn't it?
Yes. We've, I thought in 75 and 77, we could have won it. In fact, in 77, I'd say that we were the best team in the country. Misfortune of injuries stopped us from winning the title. We're much stronger in depth now, as you've seen here today. That's the one we'd like. That's one I would like. I'm sure the players feel the same.
A season or two ago, there was talk of you going abroad. Any regrets that you didn't?
Yes and no. I mean, I wanted to go. There was an awful lot of money about, and money isn't everything, but it was a kind of a chance in a lifetime as far as that was concerned. But it was also the facet of continental football, new faces, new players, new language, better experience in a sense. And it was for 2 years. I mean, I could come back at home after 2 years. So in that sense, I was disappointed. But as it turned out, you know, like fate's a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, I got the sack of Fulham. I thought it was the most dreadful thing that ever happened to me. It was the best thing that ever happened to me because I came here. And I didn't go to Barcelona, which I thought was a terrible thing for me not to be able to accept. And here we are, possibly, hopefully, we might win the championship. Now, if we do that, every cloud has a silver lining.
Those words, spoken in February, seemed prophetic. A week later, Ipswich sparkled at Coventry.
Here's Tyson, the dribbler. Mariner, Brazil, Brazil! 1-0 to Ipswich. Alan Brazil, the scorer. And Brian Roberts for Coventry. Header by Osman. Gates has begun a run through the centre here. Oh, he was well found too, and oh, here's Gates. Number 2, is it? It is. 2 minutes into the second half, and Eric Gates has scored the second goal for Ipswich. Left it for Hunt. Oh, they've won it back again. Osman's up there. And so is McCall. Oh, what a tremendous goal! Steve McCall and John Walk, who is injured today and whose place he took, will have sat back and admired that like the rest of us. Short to him, here's Gates again. Osman's in there. Oh, and Seeley's made a bad mistake, and it's 4.
Ipswich also scored 4 in France in the first leg of their UEFA Cup quarter-final. 2 goals here for the plundering Mariner in a victory which stunned not just Saint-Etienne, but the whole of Europe. Ipswich were now in 2 semi-finals and chasing the championship.
Batson reaching it. Moses. Here's Robson again. Played in towards Ali Brown. Off Butcher's head, and then Steggles helps it clear. Oh, and terrible confusion. And Albion have scored! Ali Brown gives West Bromwich Albion the lead. And a moment of fatal hesitation in the Ipswich defence. So a real test now of this Ipswich side, who've been beaten in their last 2 away matches and now face an early setback here at the Hawthorns. Muren quickly playing it in towards Walk, and it'll reach Brazil. Well, you really can't ask for a better test of a team's character than that. In less than a minute after going a goal down, Alan Brazil has brought Ipswich level again. Robertson. Here's Statham. Batson. Owen. 6 different players. Now a 7th in this Albion attack. Barnes. Oh, a splendid goal! What a magnificent goal by Batson! Peter Barnes, the creator. And Brendan Batson with his first goal of the season, the executor. And what a magnificent goal it was. Regis, Moses and Ali Brown all in the middle here. If Barnes spots them, he's going it alone though. Oh! That's 3-1. And poor Paul Cooper was completely wrong-footed. It could have been a deflection. It could have been a simple change in the flight of the ball. But Peter Barnes gets the goal, and now Ipswich are really in trouble.
Their troubles deepened when the FA Cup semi-final at Villa Park went into extra time.
Power! Oh, I say, what a goal!
That setback, together with 4 defeats in 5 league games, ripped the treble bid apart. Ipswich had gambled on the fitness of Kevin Beattie, who was led off with a broken arm, a symbol of a career blighted by misfortune. His luck and that of his team had taken a wrong turning, but the signpost to Europe was still clear. Ipswich took a 1-0 lead into the second leg of their UEFA semi-final.
Ipswich have pushed Butcher forward on the far side. Taken by Mills. Oh, and the header goes in, and it's there, and Butcher came in. And Ipswich here have scored the goal that may well clinch the tie, and Terry Butcher got forward there, and Cologne were left like statues. No wonder they look so pleased on the bench. Cologne need 3 now.
The Olympic Stadium, Amsterdam, Wednesday, May the 20th, 1981. The second leg of Ipswich Town's first European final. The Faces belong to arguably the best team in the club's history. More talented than Alf Ramsey's championship side of 1962, better equipped than the FA Cup winners of 1978. Surely they were able to defend a 3-goal lead from the first leg and give the army of 7,000 travelling fans from Suffolk a night they would never forget.
Away by Arndt. Tyson! Oh, what a start for Ipswich! They scored! And the Dutchman, Franz Tyson, puts Ipswich in a tremendous position here. This is Jonker, number 9. Methot. Number 5, Hovenkamp. Plays it in for Johnny Methot. A great run by the sweeper. Cooper made him delay. He's turned it back, and there's a goal. Beltsel pulling right this time, finding Petters. Johnny Methot! Mariners flicking it on. Johnny walks in there. Johnny equals Al-Kavini's record of 14 goals in Europe. This is Arndt. Forward for Johnny Methot again. Jonker is in there. Full! That's Jonker with the shot! What a terrific drive! Cooper's made two splendid saves. The flag is up for offside against Brazil, and Ipswich win the UEFA Cup on an aggregate of 5 goals to 4. After a thrilling second leg here, which AZ won on the night 4-2. Fans from Suffolk are able now to celebrate at the end of this dramatic season for their club. Nick Mills has just played his 667th senior match for Ipswich Town, and his reward for that unstinting service is the UEFA Cup. The reward for his team's enduring efforts this season. They chased 3 trophies, they missed out on 2, but they finished up with 1.
What a fantastic match, Bob.
John, I'm exhausted. I mean, I've kicked every ball and I've headed twice as many as everybody else, and I'm so pleased it's over, and I'm thrilled for everybody. I'm thrilled for everybody connected with Ipswich Town Football Club, because we've had a good season, and this, well, it just puts a little bit of icing on the cake for us.
You couldn't have expected a game like that, though, surely.
Well, I knew, John, that they would throw everything at us and throw absolute caution to the wind, and would attack with as many players as they possibly could. And they did. You know, they only left 2 at the back, Marky Mariner and Brazil, which in a sense was good for us, because we were 1 against 1 all the time in their half of the field. But because they threw so many people forward, they had a lot of the ball, chipped a lot of good balls in, crossed good balls, got little touches here, there and everywhere, and we're always kind of having to defend well, and we're always on a knife edge. But we played well enough to get the 2 goals, which obviously has helped to win us the match. And on the 2 matches, and that's what it's about, we've won 5-4, and that's all I'm interested in.
How fitting that 2 Dutchmen should play a leading part. Frans Thijssen and Arnold Muren had proved masterful signings.
Muren waiting for Ipswich here with Thijssen. Lovely play by Thijssen. Look at that. That's superb, and he's going to set somebody up here. It was Muren! And the 2 Dutchmen have provided a tremendous moment here.
The Dutch masters painted on a broad Suffolk canvas a vision of football which brought a fresh dimension to Ipswich's style of play. Thijssen was the dribbler, his moustache in keeping with the old-style craftsman who put his foot on the ball and mesmerised opponents. In the hurly-burly of the modern game, Frans was an artist. As for Muren, his left foot was like a velvet glove. His cultured passing set him apart. In 1982, Ipswich fans hoped the Muren-Thijssen connection would deliver that elusive championship.
The 2 Dutchmen combining again here. Muren looking up to see Alan Brazil going through. And a fine ball to him by Muren, and Brazil is in here and he scores. So simple. Alan Brazil, the scorer. Buchan, that's one for Stapleton to chase. And he got there. And he scored! His first goal in the league for Manchester United. Frank Stapleton. That's awkward, and that's a chance, and it's gone in. And Johnny Walk is the scorer, having just been deprived of a goal by Lou Macari. He scores from the resulting corner.
Robson's record signing cost £200,000.
Walk leaving it for O'Callaghan. Beating Hibbett. Beating Palmer. Oh, I say, what a finish! And Kevin O'Callaghan scores his first ever goal for Ipswich Town in the Football League. Or indeed in any first-team competitive match. And how about that for a way to open your account for a club?
Muren's corner then. Butcher's header again. What a superb goal. And once again, John Walk's ability to arrive in situations like that has paid off. A superb goal, his 12th of the season. Promising looking counter-attack led by Brazil. But he's had to hold up and wait for support. Oh, and then he's given it straight to Hateley. Hunt's on his left. This is Hunt. Oh, a fine goal! Brazil hangs his head. It was his mistake, but how well it was punished by Steve Hunt. Hateley's header. Here's Daly. Daly still. What a brilliant goal by Jerry Daly. Superb. Hateley lifts his fist high. The crowd lift theirs as well, and well might they celebrate. Brazil turning. Gillespie still with him though. Oh, that's fine skill by Brazil. A dangerous cross as well. Still Brazil. Thomas it was who got it clear, but here's Gates. And now Muren. Fine goal by the Dutchman. And Ipswich Town's persistence pays off. 81 minutes gone, and Arnold Muren finds the corner of the net. Early to Mills. A lot of players in the middle for him. Gates! Great save. Mariner gets the rebound in, and it's 3-2 again. So unlucky though, Blythe. Gates. Brazil wanting it played forward. Oh, and it's broken for him off Gillespie. Has he the calmness to control it? He has indeed. A superb goal by Alan Brazil. 3 minutes to go, and that surely has clinched it for Ipswich Town. Blythe angry, and it was Gillespie's mistake which led to the goal.
Come May, Ipswich were tilting at the title again.
Muren into Gates. Past the keeper and out by Baxter. Lovely delicate move from the free kick. Muren chipped Gates in. Platt came past the goalkeeper. Baxter covering well. Those two Ipswich players combining so well from the free kick. Gates on the ball now. Oh, and Brazil did well to reach that. There's Walk! Oh, what a goal! John Walk, but Alan Brazil made it. It's Muren. It's there. He can curl them, can't he? So simple. But if you want to call it a continental goal, Muren won't mind. Otto. That's Thomas. That's a good effort. That's a splendid goal. Dave Thomas struck a beauty. Inside again, Mills. And they've got four waiting for Muren's cross. And that's Walk. And that's Baxter. And that's Gates. And that is Brazil, who says thank you very much. And the crowd are relieved.
Bobby Robson piloted Ipswich Town through a dream decade. In those 10 years, they only once finished outside the top six, and that was the year they won the FA Cup. The only disappointment was that they finished runners-up in his last two seasons and not as champions. Robson now went to manage England, but he left a lasting legacy at Portman Road. There was early joy for his successor, Bobby Ferguson.
And it's O'Callaghan. Sammy Lee chasing him back, and he's beaten it. And they've got three in the centre of Ipswich. And Dubray! It's there!
But the team was changing. Arnold Muren had gone to Manchester United. Mick Mills left for Southampton. Alan Brazil joined Spurs. It was an almost impossible act to follow.
Line with the far post as we look, the near post from the kicker's viewpoint. Osman there as well. Oh! And nicely taken by Paul Mariner, who ends a spell of 10 games without a goal before today. It's all rather static. Now Walk goes. Not a good return from Mariner. But here's Burley. Mariner! Oh, that's a peach! That's a great header. So 2 goals in the match for Paul Mariner.
Ipswich slipped down the table, while Liverpool were still champions.
Mariner's touch and O'Callaghan following his own run forward, and Walk is through. And Johnny Walk.
played short for Dalglish. He's got it! That's the goal that Kenny Dalglish wanted. He's made history.
And so too, at Ipswich's expense, did Shrewsbury Town in the FA Cup.
Pearson really making it hard for him, and Rob's walk. Forward for Stevens. Osman did well to get a foot in. And here's Hackett. Tried the shot. Oh, a magnificent goal! Gary Hackett in the 72nd minute gives Shrewsbury a lead they deserve. Robinson for Shrewsbury. Butcher sticking with him, and Williams arriving to support him. This is Williams, number 2. And it goes towards Stevens, and Robinson gets to it, and that's it. Shrewsbury have done it again. And the substitute scores the clinching goal with only a couple of minutes to go.
By the time Ipswich went to Anfield in April, John Walk was a Liverpool player.
And Gates shoots and scores. "19 minutes gone, and Ipswich Town take the lead on a ground where they've never won." Walk is waiting behind the penalty spot to run in. It's been played short again to Lee. It's come back to Phil Neal to drive. And Kennedy might hit one. And what a goal! Whelan's come this side as well now. And Neal. And Lee. Walk's made his run near post, and it ran on, and now Ian Russ has equalled Roger Hunt's record. Now Yallop. Sunderland had time to turn and look up. Nice ball into Davray. Here's Gates. Oh, that's a tremendous goal! Well, we're having a treat today. Eric Gates gets his second of the match. No wonder he looks so pleased.
In 1984-85, Ipswich escaped relegation by 1 point. This was one of their better days.
Butcher got there, and Sunderland! What a fine goal. Gates himself tries and succeeds via a defender. I think it was Robertson, ironically, and Ipswich make it 2-0.
There were 2 long cup runs that season. In the Milk Cup, the East Anglian rivals met in the semi-final, the first leg at Portman Road.
Davray in there, so's Butcher, and Burley with the free kick. Up goes Davray! It's a goal! Mitch Davray! The free kick in from Burley, and the big Davray continues his record of scoring in every round of the Milk Cup this season.
But Ipswich lost the second leg 2-0 and Norwich won at Wembley. In the FA Cup, Ipswich reached the 6th round.
Sheedy takes and scores! No, says the referee. I didn't tell you to take it. So 2 in the net for Everton, and neither counts. George Burley coming forward. The ball's been taken slightly further back, and Gates is complaining about that. Well, that makes a change. Sheedy again goes for the other side. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Not unearthly for Paul Cooper. But what a lesson in taking free kicks by Kevin Sheedy. Zondervan. Sheedy getting back to force a change of direction. But here's Wilson. That's a good shot! And it goes through Neville Southall, who up till now has been a spectator. Butcher did well. Zondervan! Lovely goal! Lovely set-piece goal. Reed. Yes, he's made the gap. Van den Hauwe. Yes! Mountfield has done
Everton won the replay. The following season, when Ipswich went back to Goodison, Everton helped send them down to the second division after 18 years in the top flight.
Ratcliffe. Richardson.
Sharp! Lovely cross. And met by a header which gave Cooper no chance.
That sad day was followed by 6 seasons of second division football at Portman Road. When Ipswich failed in the playoffs at the end of their first year down, Bobby Ferguson's contract was not renewed. When Manchester United ran out in front of the Match of the Day cameras for a live FA Cup tie at Ipswich, Town were in their first season under the management of Scotsman John Duncan. His efforts went unrewarded and he didn't have the best of luck.
And Moran, oh, an own goal! Did that go in off Davray? I think that went in off Mitch Davray. Humes comes in, and tucked in. David Lowe was on the end of it, was he?
Moran waiting. Anderson in with the goalkeeper, and it's a goal! John Horwath was confused by Bill Anderson.
In 1990, John Lyle took over with Mick McGivern. In their second season, they staged a promotion bid and a thrilling FA Cup tie with Liverpool.
And this is Marsh. Houghton. Mark Wright, Walters. In it goes again. It's going to come to Ray Houghton. And what a good time it was to score. Ray Houghton has put Liverpool in front in the 47th minute. Walk has got Ipswich on their way again. This is Whitton. Whipped in. Johnson! It's the equaliser. Gavin Johnson. This is Jason Dazelle. Mickey Stockwell. Dazelle's through the middle. Good ball. Jason Dazelle on here for Ipswich. Grobbelaar saves Dazelle. It's 2-1. Would you believe it? They're in front. Grobbelaar has come running out towards the referee complaining. But Ipswich have scored and Jason Dazelle is the man who has put them in front in this topsy-turvy cup tie. It's Mulby! Oh, a belter! An absolute belter from Jan Mulby. It's 2-2. What a match. McManaman. Rosenthal. McManaman! And they're in front! 3-2 Liverpool. Fabulous comeback.
But so too was that of Ipswich Town, who won the second division championship and a place in the lucrative new Premier League. Portman Road was its first completed all-seater stadium, and Gavin Johnson christened it with a spectacular goal. Although Aston Villa came back to force a draw, thanks to a goal by a former Ipswich Town favourite, Dalian Atkinson, the big time had come back to Suffolk. The Liverpools of this world were again among the visitors, and if they thought Ipswich under new team boss Mick McGivern would be a soft touch, they were very much mistaken. Mark Walters' goal there was cancelled out by one from Jason Dazelle, who 8 years earlier had scored on his Ipswich debut when still at school. Liverpool went in front for the second time thanks to a fortuitous penalty awarded for what looked like a fair challenge on Dean Saunders by Phil Whelan, one of a promising crop of young players to have filtered through again. Although Jan Mulby scored from the penalty, this was an Ipswich side that would lose only 2 Premier League matches in the first half of the season. Whelan made amends with a late shot which Chris Kawamia touched in to save a point. After Liverpool came champions Leeds. A capacity crowd of over 21,000 and the Match of the Day cameras produced an occasion that was a throwback to 10 years earlier. How satisfying for Chairman John Kerr, who had succeeded Patrick Cobbold, to see the stadium full again, as Lyle and McGivern's team revived memories of the Robson era. So did number 5 John Walk, who bridged the gap between the old Ipswich and the new, and showed that comparisons between the two might not be that far away.
Oh, Kawamia! It's a goal! And it's Chris Kawamia after 24 minutes. Oh, how about that? The Yorkshireman scores against Leeds. That's Walk. It's in! It's the veteran, Johnny Walk. Still Goddard. He picked out Walk. And Kiwomya! Oh, it's gone wide. Goddard, was it over the line? Penalty, was it? Or was it over the line? Penalty. Penalty, Goddard brought down. First of all, Kiwomya threatened to score. The ball was going wide of the post. Was it over the line for a goal kick? The referee clearly said play on, and Goddard was bundled over, and now John Walk has a chance to score his second and Ipswich's third. What a dramatic first half here at Portman Road. It's 3-0. And he's thrilled to bits. And there are celebrations going on all around this stadium. Oh. Goalkeeper now joins in the chip passing and indirectly has put them in some difficulty. This is Cantona. Strachan lets it run. McAllister. Chapman going in. Oh, and Stockwell. In goes White. Right across. Oh, and 3-2. Gary Speed. Here's Stockwell. This is Goddard. Walk. Dazelle! That's a fabulous goal. Ipswich have gone 4-2 up, and Dazelle went to the corner flag there for a private celebration, but it's being shared all round the ground now. John Walk hooks the ball in long. It's too long for Kiwomya, but what about that? He's come in behind the defender. It's a lovely cross from the experienced man on one side of the pitch, but Dazelle flies through and puts that right in the corner.